On a quiet afternoon, the stillness of an old forest was broken by the sound of a luxury car pulling to a stop at its edge. A man, dressed in an elegant suit but with wild eyes, stepped out and gently lifted his frail, feverish daughter from the back seat. She was just 6 years old, trembling in his arms as he carried her toward a towering oak tree. "This will purify her blood," he whispered to himself, tying a thick rope to a strong branch. With careful hands, he secured the other end around her small wrist, leaving her dangling helplessly above the ground. Her pale face turned up to him, tears mixing with sweat, but she had no strength to protest. And then something unexpected happened. From behind a cluster of bushes, a majestic white horse stepped forward, watching silently, almost human-like in its understanding. The animal didn't run or shy away. Instead, it approached cautiously, sensing the girl's desperate state. If you love animals and believe they can do more than we ever imagined, hit that subscribe button now and don't miss another heart-touching story like this one. Thanks. Now let's go back to our tale. The sun cast long shadows across the forest floor as a man, once known for his sharp business mind and cold demeanor, stood beneath the ancient oak. His name was Marcus Ellery, and the little girl was his only child, Lily. She had been sick for weeks, her skin pale, her breath shallow. Every doctor had failed her. That's what Dr. Halbert told him, anyway. The so-called specialist who claimed modern medicine was poisoning her soul, not healing it. Only nature can cleanse her, he had said. Only ancient rituals. Marcus believed every word. He kissed Lily's forehead, whispering promises he wasn't sure he could keep. Then he walked away, his footsteps echoing against the earth until the car engine roared to life and vanished into the distance. Lily was left alone, except for the horse. Its eyes were dark and deep, filled with something beyond instinct. It moved closer, sniffing the air, watching her closely. Slowly, it nudged the rope with its nose, trying to ease the pressure on her wrists. When that didn't work, it stepped back, snorted softly, and ran off into the woods. Minutes later, it returned with an elderly woman named Agnes. Agnes lived alone on a nearby farm. Her days spent gardening, knitting, and caring for a few animals she still kept. Ventus, the white stallion, was more than a pet. He was family. He had never behaved like this before, not with such urgency. "Something's wrong," she muttered, following Ventus through the trees. "I hope I'm not too late." When they reached the clearing, Agnes froze. Her heart dropped into her stomach. There, hanging like a ghost among the branches, was Lily. "Oh, dear Lord," she gasped, rushing forward. Her hands trembled as she worked at the knots, whispering soothing words. "You're safe now. You're safe." Lily fell into Agnes' arms, barely conscious, her skin burning with fever. The woman wrapped her in a shawl and carried her home, cradling her like a granddaughter she'd never had. Back at the farmhouse, Agnes laid Lily on a soft bed. She checked her temperature, dangerously high, and gave her medicine. For hours, she stayed by the girl's side, wiping her brow, holding her hand, and murmuring stories to keep her calm. Ventus stood outside, pacing near the window like a silent guardian. By morning, Lily's fever had finally broken. Her eyes fluttered open, meeting Agnes' kind gaze. "Who are you?" she asked weakly. "I'm just someone lucky enough to have a very special friend," Agnes replied, nodding toward the window where Ventus' head peeked through the curtain. Lily smiled faintly. "He looked like an angel." "Well," Agnes chuckled softly, "maybe he is." Over the next few days, Lily slowly recovered. But it was clear something was terribly wrong in her life. She spoke of strange medicines, painful injections, and a doctor who always seemed to be watching, of how her father had changed after her mother passed away 2 years ago. "He doesn't see me anymore," she whispered one night. "He sees someone else." Agnes held her tighter, her heart breaking. Meanwhile, Marcus was frantic. He returned to the forest the next day, expecting to find Lily cleansed and cured, but the rope hung empty. "Lily!" he shouted, running in circles. "Where are you?" Dr. Halbert stood beside him, pretending concern. "Someone interfered," he said gravely. "That means the ritual was broken. The energy might turn against her." Marcus stared at him, panic rising in his chest. "We need to find her. Now!" They began searching, offering rewards, spreading posters, calling everyone they could. And soon, whispers spread about a white horse seen near the old oak tree. A farmer mentioned seeing Ventus with Agnes. That detail reached Dr. Halbert, and his smile faded. He knew exactly what, or rather, who, had gotten in the way. Back at the farmhouse, Agnes and Lily sat together in the garden. Ventus grazed nearby, keeping watch. "Do you think God sent him?" Lily asked, watching the horse. Agnes smiled. "Maybe he did. Or maybe you needed a miracle, and Ventus was yours." Lily looked down at her wrists, still red from a rope. "Papa used to hold my hand when I was scared. Now, he just listens to Dr. Halbert." Agnes knelt beside her. "Sometimes people get lost in their pain. They forget how to love properly." "But I still love him," Lily said quietly. "I know you do, and that's beautiful." Just then, the distant hum of engines broke the peace. Ventus raised his head, ears twitching. Something was coming. Agnes helped Lily inside, locking the door behind them. Outside, cars rolled into the driveway. Marcus got out first, looking disheveled and exhausted. Behind him, Dr. Halbert followed, his expression unreadable. As they approached, Ventus blocked the path, snorting and pawing the ground. "No one's getting past you, are you, boy?" Agnes whispered through the window. But then the inspector arrived. Detective Ruiz, a seasoned officer with sharp eye, had been investigating Dr. Halbert for months. He had uncovered fraud, manipulation, even links to several missing persons cases. This time he had proof, and when he confronted the doctor, the truth came pouring out. Halbert had targeted grieving families, convincing them modern medicine was killing their loved ones. He isolated them, lied to them, poisoned them with fake treatments, all while draining their bank accounts. Marcus listened, stunned. His knees gave out beneath him. "What have I done?" he sobbed. "You were manipulated," Detective Ruiz said. "But it's not too late." Inside, Agnes prepared to reveal Lily's hiding place. "Are you ready?" she asked. Lily nodded. "I want to see him. But not because of him. I want to see him because of me." When the trapdoor opened and Lily appeared, Marcus wept openly. She hesitated at first, stepping close only after Ventus nuzzled her shoulder. "I'm sorry," Marcus whispered. "I'm so sorry." Lily touched his cheek. "It's okay. We'll learn to love again." Over the next few weeks, Lily stayed with Agnes while Marcus underwent therapy. He visited daily, always bringing patience, honesty, and open arms. No gifts, no excuses, just presence. One afternoon, under a new oak tree, one far from the memory of pain, they shared a picnic. "This one is better," Lily said, pointing to the branches. "No bad memories here." Marcus smiled. "Just good ones to make." Ventus lay nearby, watching them, his breath slow and steady. Later, Lily would testify in court, helping expose Dr. Halbert's crimes. Her bravery led to the rescue of 5 other families trapped in similar lies. At her birthday celebration 6 months later, surrounded by friends, family, and even Detective Ruiz, Lily stood beside Ventus and said, "Sometimes angels don't have wings. Sometimes they have 4 legs and a heart big enough to save a whole family." Ventus whinnied softly, as if agreeing, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in golds and pinks, Lily's voice rose again. "We found our way back to each other, all because of a white horse who saw someone in need." Moral lesson: even in the darkest moments, love finds a way, and sometimes it comes in the most unexpected forms.